Hare Krishna, dear devotees. So I'd like to seek the blessing of Radha Madhava, Radha Shamsundar, Krishna Balaram, Bal Gopal, Gaunita Shila Prabhupada, Guru Maharaj, some devotees, and Hanuman. This is Hanuman Jayanti, a very special day because it's the appearance of Lord of Hanumanji. And we discussed how he was in Lanka and humbled Ravan, caused havoc, and then he reported back to Lord Ram that he had found Sita. And then the monkey army or the Vanara army, not monkeys, there were Vanaras, special type of living beings who are very, very articulate, not like monkeys, but still mischievous. They returned back to, they came to the south of Bharat, Rameshwar, and they built a bridge to cross into Lanka. And then there was a tremendous battle between the Vanara army and the demon army. So at one point, when Indrajit struck with black magic in the middle of the night, severely wounding Lakshman and knocking him unconscious. So actually, Lakshman is supreme, just as Ram is. So it's not really possible to knock him down unconscious. God doesn't become unconscious. He's fully conscious all the time. However, this is Leela. And Ram, Lakshman, Bharat, Shatrughan, although they were all supreme, they came as human beings. And they behaved like human beings. So Indrajit, the son of Ravan, very powerful personality. He was very strong in black magic as well. So he overpowered Lakshman. Hanuman then headed for Gandhamadan mountain in the Himalayas to bring back a herb called Vishalya Karani. Also, we would know it as Sanjeevani. To do this, Hanuman had to defeat an army of protective demigods, uproot the entire mountain because he couldn't distinguish which plant was the correct plant, and swiftly return before it was too late. So this was quite a task. He got there, the demigods were protecting this plant. He could not work out which plant it was. So he uprooted the whole mountain.
What a distance he must have traveled, Prabhuji.
Indeed, yes, that's right. There was nothing lacking in Hanuman. This is the thing. It was so amazing. He used his every bit of strength to serve the Lord. Yeah. And we have a lot to learn from that, because sometimes we get a little disheartened when something goes wrong. And a lot of things go wrong in this world, as we know, Naniben. But Hanuman is the example. He's a role model for us, Never give up. So he brought, how ridiculous will my meager efforts seem next to those of a devotee such as Hanuman? Will Lord Ram even care? Hanuman is such a highly elevated personality. So why would Ram even notice us in comparison? Not that we really, we want Ram to notice us, but not in an envious way. Not that, oh, Hanuman is so great, so we become envious of him. No, we are very proud of Hanuman because he's such an amazing devotee. Anyway, to show us that Ram doesn't care about the size of our effort, but he cares about our effort and our mood. So, very good example. While Hanuman was lifting the huge mountain tops into the sea, so he had big rocks he was putting into the sea to build that bridge, right, to Lanka. So Hanuman, while he was doing that, he noticed a little squirrel taking some very small stones, particles of sand practically, into the water with its legs or with its hands. And this was, of course, to assist Lord Ram in building the bridge. So Hanuman was about to brush aside the squirrel out of the way because he didn't want to step on the squirrel. He was doing the work of Lord Ram. You don't want to be hurting others while you're doing that. And his work was very serious work. But Lord Ram saw that. He saw that Hanuman was brushing aside the squirrel. So Ramachandra, he admonished, he told him off. Give up your pride, Hanuman. It's devotional service. The devotional service of the squirrel is as satisfying to me as yours. You are serving me according to your capacity. He is serving me according to his capacity. So this is where Lord Ramachandra is really, such a compassionate personality. We simply have to do what is in accordance with our ability and capacity. It doesn't matter if our effort is tiny. It doesn't matter. It's going to be tiny. We are tiny. But Lord Ramachandra doesn't consider us tiny. He considers the effort. He considers the mood of the saver. And look at this. Whatever the spider is doing is as good as what Hanuman is doing. So all we got to do is make the effort. Yes, yes. Oh, okay. So the point is that Ramachandra became pleased with the effort of the squirrel. And then later he stroked with his two fingers the squirrel. And that's why in India, the squirrels have the streak, don't they? Here we don't see the streak of the squirrels, but in India you do. So this is as a result of Lord Ramachandra's blessing. And these little pebbles were very useful actually, because there were gaps in what they were putting, the big stones. There were gaps in there. And these little pebbles were needed to fill those gaps. So it wasn't that Ramachandra was just being sentimental, great effort. Actually, the effort had value, even though it was a tiny effort. So this is very interesting, very interesting. And this is a nice picture because here's a squirrel. And even his rock has the name of God, has the name of Ram. So good. So another lesson to learn from Hanuman and Ramayana and Lord Ram is caring for others. Hanuman's many feats of strength do not make him a brute. Rather, he's very soft-hearted and caring. When he jumped across the ocean to warn Ravan and kill many of his men, for instance, he also greatly comforted Sita in her distress, giving her Ram's ring to reassure her of his allegiance, and promised her that her Lord would come and save her soon. Such care earned him a deep embrace from his master, Ramachandra, upon his return. So this is very, very important to learn, understand. Lord Ram, he cares for those who care. If we don't care for others and we're doing bhakti, what sort of bhakti is that? That's not going to please Ram. When the battle had ended and Lord Ramachandra had killed Ravan, Hanuman once again visited Sita, who was still in captivity, and brought life and joy back to her when he told her the good news. He personally then took her to meet her husband. So this is, see, Hanuman's character is such an amazing character. The Lord deeply appreciated such service, favoring Hanuman by presenting him with Sita's gold necklace and granting him unflinching pure devotion to himself, Ra. So caring for others is very important. Good lesson for us to learn. Simplicity, another lesson. A devotee is dedicated to doing whatever will please Ram. When Hanuman was delivering Ram's message and ring to Sita, Sita Devi, while she was being held by Ravan, he saw her applying reddish vermilion, known as sindoor or kumkum, in the parting in her hair, and asked its purpose. It is to give Ram long life and protect him from calamities, Sita explained. Hearing this, Hanuman thought, if just a pinch of sindoor can protect Ram, how safe will a huge amount keep him? He then promptly covered his entire body with sindoor. This shows how the mood of the devotee is the Lord. The focus is the Lord. And whatever's good for the Lord, the devotee will do. He also knows the Lord is supreme. But an example is when we're cooking, we cook with care and love because we want to offer this to the Lord. The Lord doesn't need our food. He's got Radharani cooking for him. He's got Yashodamai cooking for him. Who are we? Right? Very tiny. But when we cook with that care and simplicity, he becomes very pleased. He'll come and eat it. When he returned to the other side of the ocean, where Ram was preparing his army of monkey warriors for war, the commander-in-chief, Sugriv, burst into laughter. Ram, however, gravely asked Hanuman why he had done such a thing. He had covered himself in red. When Hanuman told him, Ram was deeply moved by his innocent show of bhakti and proclaimed that any devotee who worshipped Hanuman with sindoor would receive his mercy and be able to cross all obstacles in devotional service. That's interesting, huh? Because the deity we are going to install of Hanuman should be covered in sindoor. Wow. Interesting. Okay. Very interesting. Think about that. Okay. Faith in the name of Ram. Another lesson. Pastimes of how Lord Ram, the holy name of Ram is even more merciful than the Lord himself. It is stated in the scriptures that wherever Ram Katha, stories of Ram are recited, Hanuman comes to listen. He makes every endeavor to increase the bliss of Ramachandra's devotees, both in ancient times and even today. The immortal Hanuman has vowed to remain in the world, in this world, as long as the name of Ram is chanted. So this is really amazing, absolutely amazing. Sure enough, ISKCON devotees or devotees of Hanuman all over the world are chanting Hare Krishna Mahamantra, which contains the names of Ram every day. Other pastimes of Hanuman. One time he met with Krishna and he expressed to Krishna, I know who you are. I know you are Swayam Bhagwan. But my worshipable deity is always Ram. But he shows full respect to Sri Krishna. But he knows in his heart is Sita Ram. And of course, Krishna knows that as well. In fact, one time, Hanuman appeared as Hari, what's his name? Murari Gupta. Thank you. in the pastimes of Lord Chaitanya. And he was always fixed in the chanting of names of Ram. But when Murari Gupta was doing this, Chaitanya Mahaprabhu said to him, why don't you give up the name of Ram and chant the name of Krishna? And Murari Gupta loved Chaitanya very much. And he didn't want to disappoint him or disobey him. So he said, yes, with a heavy heart. He said, okay, I'll try. He couldn't sleep all night. He went back to Chaitanya Mahaprabhu and he said, I can't follow your instruction. I should commit suicide because I cannot give up my Ram. And Chaitanya Mahaprabhu became very pleased with him and said, don't worry, I was just testing you because you are Hanuman. I don't expect you to give up the name of Ram. So one time Hanuman met Bhim when Bhim was in the forest serving out the punishment or the austerity of living in the forest for 13 years. And he blessed him. And Bhim asked him, please help us in the battle. And Hanuman said, of course, I will be with you. And he was on the flag of Arjun's chariot. He was there personally. Oh, in this pastime, Bhim didn't recognize Hanuman. So, and Hanuman's, the tail was in the way, so Bhim tried to lift it. And as hard as he could try, he couldn't. And then he realized, oh, this is no ordinary Vanara. This is special Hanuman. And they were brothers because Hanuman is Pavan Putra and Bhim is Pavan Putra. So they had a very close encounter relationship between them. Hanuman was, as we already discussed, he was embraced by Ram when Hanuman returned from Lanka. And he blessed Hanuman that wherever there is Ram Katha, Hanuman will be present. This is amazing picture. Master, servant. Just. This is a really interesting one. So Narad questions Ram regarding the list of devotees. So one time Hanuman met with Narada, and he mentioned to him that Ram carries a book around with him. Oh, okay. What is that book all about? The book is a list of the names of devotees who remember Ram. So next time Narad Muni saw Lord Ramachandra, he asked him about the book. Can I see the book that Hanuman is talking about? Oh, yes, here it is. Ramachandra gave him the book. Narad Muni looked. His name was at the top. Those who remember Ram. But Narad Muni looked through the book and he couldn't find the name of Hanuman. And he asked Lord Ram. Oh, no, he didn't ask anything. He just left. And then when he met Hanuman next, he said to Hanuman, how come your name, I saw the book of all the names of devotees who remember Ram, but my name was there, but your name was not there. Oh, Hanuman said, yes, but there's another book Ram keeps. Oh, another book. Okay. So Lord Narad Muni, when he met Lord Ram next, he asked him, is there another book that you keep? Hanuman was telling me. Oh, yes, I have. Can I see that? Narad Muni asked. Yes. He showed him that book. And there was only one name in that book, Hanuman. So Narad Muni asked Lord Ram, what's this book about? Oh, this book, Ram said, are the devotees that I remember. There was only Hanuman in that book. So he's very close to Ram. We want to get close to Ram, worship Hanuman. So we can compare our own Prabhupada with Hanuman. Like Hanuman was inspired by Jambavan, Prabhupada was inspired by Bhakti Siddhanta Saraswati. Jambavan reminded Hanuman that you have the power to cross into Lanka. You don't need anyone's strength. you have enough strength to jump the ocean in one step. So similarly, Prabhupada also jumped across the ocean in the Jaladuta, and he came to the West to preach Sanatana Dharma. Like Jambavan had a vision, Prabhupada was Grihastha. So he thought he could not do it, but Bhaktisiddhanta had a vision, and it empowered Prabhupada. How can one man who has nothing to his name, no money, no followers, no properties, no nothing, either in India or in America. But he went to America and he created a worldwide movement, published thousands of books, millions of books, opened hundreds of temples. My goodness, unbelievable. Like Hanuman, with a leap of faith crosses ocean, passing the tests. Prabhupada also, with a leap of faith, crossed the Atlantic Ocean and gets tested with heart attacks and sells Srimad Bhagavatam to Captain Pandya. So he had 2 heart attacks on the ship on the way. Didn't stop him. Nowadays we get a cold and suddenly we're out like a light. Like Hanuman saw the Tulsi plant. Oh, Hanuman, when he went to Lanka, he saw a Tulsi plant and he realized there's one devotee in Lanka. Then later on, he realized who it was, Vibhishan, this brother of Ravan. Prabhupada saw the optimism, growth in the hearts of the Americans. So he planted the seed of bhakti. Like Hanuman revived Sita from Lanka, Prabhupada revived bhakti in the West. Like Hanuman's tail was set on fire, Prabhupada was hampered in so many ways, had no facilities, but he set the world on fire. This is the Krishna conscious explosion. Like Hanuman used monkeys for the battle. Prabhupada engaged monkeys like us to serve the Lord at the same time, considering himself unworthy. Shri Hanuman ki jai. So, we wanted to stop there, and any questions or any comments, please do ask or comment as you like. Very nice day, Hanuman Jayanti, very important day, especially for the devotees of Hanuman, and there are a lot of devotees of Hanuman.
Hare
Prabhuji,
Krishna, Prabhu.
Hare Krishna, Shyamalini.
Yeah, Prabhu. You know the book you said that has the list of devotees who remember Lord Ram, and the other book is Lord Ram remember Hanuman.
Yeah.
Isn't
Yes, that's right.
it? That's very nice. Yes, thank you.
Amazing, isn't it? Yeah.
Thank you.
just a question, Prabhuji. Hare Krishna. What
Hare-
anything happening in the temple? There's something happening in the temple this evening?
Yes. They're having Hanuman Chalisa program, and there's going to be 6:30 to 8:30.
Okay. Okay. Hare Krishna.
Yeah, we'll send it over to you. Huh? We'll send it over to you.
Thank you.
No, thank you. Thank you for asking. Okay, so
Prabhu, also just one more question.
sure.
Lord Hanuman, he's still on earth. He chose to stay, or Lord Rama asked him to stay?
Yeah. Actually, Lord Ram said to Hanuman that you have to stay. And Hanuman was a little disappointed. Oh, I don't want to be away from you, my dear Lord. But then Lord Ram explained to him that actually you need to stay because there's so many devotees who will need your help. And if you're not here, who will help them? And then he granted him that boon that as long as, wherever my glories are chanted, you will be there. You will come. You will enjoy. You will not feel separation from me. And also Hanuman, he pledged that, as long as Lord Ram, as long as your name is chanted, I'll stay. As soon as your name is not chanted on this planet, I'll be coming back home.
But there is another Hanuman in the spiritual world.
Oh, right. Yeah.
Yeah.
No doubt about it. Because, in the spiritual world, even the devotees can have expansions. Yeah, that's true. That is true. That is true. Like, the manjaris, they come as Rupa and Rati and all those manjaris. But the original, the manjaris are still in Golok Vrindavan serving Krishna. But their
Radha.
expansion comes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
Just a question, Prabhuji.
Mm.
While Hanumanji is here, what is his role? I know he'll be there when Ram Katha is recited. But apart from that, has he got any specific role in how we can help the devotees or maybe giving them a darshan? Maybe.
Darshan, giving them strength. Often we thinking how, we're trying to do seva and it's so hard. And it happens. Like Prabhupada was, I am 100% convinced that Hanuman was behind Prabhupada's success. Hanuman Prabhupada is great. But how is it possible? How is it possible? He was 69 years old when he got on the ship. And, he had 2 heart attacks on the way. He had nobody in America. For 1 year, he was alone, completely alone. But, this is the power of Lord Ram, Lord Krishna, and his devotees. They can empower others. And part of that empowerment for what Prabhupada received was, I'm pretty sure, from Hanuman. So this is what Hanuman does. He empowers. He gives the devotees who are sincere, who want to serve the Lord. He gives them the Shakti to do that. Yeah. I'm sure there's a lot of instances where Hanuman has performed pastimes with the devotees in Kali Yuga. One example is Bhim, right? In Dwapar, end of Dwapar Yuga. So I can imagine that Prabhupada is, Hanuman is constantly assisting the devotees in their endeavors.
Yeah.
Okay. Thank you. Thank you so much for that question. Good realization. Good question, actually. Very good question. So thank you for asking. All right. So Shirmani Bhakta Hanuman ki jai, Pavan Putra Hanuman ki jai.